For cloud and DevOps teams, auto-scaling should mean flexibility, but it often brings hidden risks like out-of-policy instances, changes that slip through the cracks, and risky configurations that go unnoticed. Responding manually slows down these teams and leaves way too much room for error. That's where ScienceLogic comes in, delivering real-time insights, intelligent recommendations, and automated enforcement that keeps your cloud and policy under control. Let's take a look and see it in action.
Let's start by taking a look at the dashboard created for this auto-scaling application used by the SRE team. In this view, the application team is keeping an eye on all the containerized elements for this application, including the containers, the Kubernetes infrastructure, AWS EKS, and the EC2 instances hosting the nodes. They can see the number in service, load balancer traffic, and basic performance metrics related to the traffic in and out of each container. And up here at the top, you can see the list of EC2 instances supporting the nodes. And you'll notice they're not all the same size. The e-commerce team has policies for these as well, but in this case, they're not security. They're based on cost control. And these medium instances are outside of policy. Well, let's take a look at how data-driven automation and remediation makes managing this easy as well. We could drill into any one of these EC2 instances that's out of policy and look at the event that was raised by the creation of an out-of-policy instance. Here we can see the ScienceLogic event created when the out-of-policy instance was created. And if I scroll down just as I did before with our Linux remediation, we can see what actions are recommended for this device. And here we can see that it's different. Instead of asking us if we want to roll back the policy scan for accounts on a Linux server, it's asking us if we want to terminate this out-of-policy EC2 instance. If I click this button right here, it'll terminate this instance. But intelligent recommendations can do a lot more. In this case, we were looking at an individual event that was raised on a particular AWS EC2 instance. But what about the autoscaling group itself? Let's go back to the dashboard for our autoscale application and look at this particular autoscale group for this application. Now note that we can see all the events that are coming in through CloudWatch related to EC2 instances in this environment. When we drill into these events, we get the details for the creation and termination for each one of these instances. And right here at the bottom, we'll see our tools menu again. Only this time, we have two additional intelligent recommendations based on the context of the autoscale group itself. I can still go in and terminate this individual instance if I wanted to, but I can do a couple of other things as well. I could click this runbook action to restore the original approved policy for autoscaling for this application. And if I really wanted to make sure that all of the containers met policy, I could also kick off a complete refresh for all of the containers in this environment. And just like we saw in the previous example, the ScienceLogic automation and remediation workflow engine also created a ticket inside of ServiceNow, including all the details for the changes related to this autoscale instance.
With ScienceLogic, your cloud environment stays compliant, cost-efficient, and fully automated. From policy enforcement to real-time configuration changes, you get the insights and control you need to act fast, scale confidently, and stay ahead of business disruptions. Ready to see more how ScienceLogic can give you full visibility and control access of your cloud? Check out our full product video series to learn more.